First tweet here is from Baymax. Baymax asks, how long do you plan to hold Bitcoin Cash? Is this a long-term play for you?
So for me, I'm a trader. So I'm always moving out. My job is to be in the ones that are moving at that particular time. The long-term case for any of these currencies is that they get adopted as your global currency. And Bitcoin certainly has a huge lead over that. They have a massive network effect. But any of these other currencies could become that, and that would be the long-term view.
Our next tweet is from Udi, who asks, did you ever use Bitcoin Cash to make a purchase from a merchant that was under $1,000 in value? If so, what? And if not, what's it for? It's a good question.
Actually, a great question, Udi. So no, personally, I have not actually used Bitcoin Cash to buy anything from a merchant. But remember, I run a fund. So for me, these are investments. But what are any of these things for? These are alternative financial systems, different ways to move things around. I've used Bitcoin before to buy things. Yeah, I've used Bitcoin to send money overseas. So it's useful for that. But ultimately, as to your point, I think, Udi, is that if there is no usefulness to it, they don't have value.
Our last tweet is from Crypto Zone, who really wants to know, BK, are you Roger Ver?
It turns out that I'm not. I am not Roger Ver. I'm just a guy trying to make some money, trying to help other folks out.
And there is no connection, right, BK?
I have no connection to any. No, there's no connection between me and Roger Ver or anybody else out there. There's absolutely no connection. I am a solo fellow.
We get a lot of tweets along those lines, accusing us of manipulating.
Like a Kaiser Sose.
Well, it's interesting that they're getting flack for this because it is interesting that they've been really pumping Bitcoin Cash the last 4 or 5 videos that I've covered or segments that they've had. And they really haven't talked about the negative aspects of Bitcoin Cash or the negative stigma that it has and why so many people feel like Bitcoin Cash is kind of counterfeit Bitcoin. And to be honest, if they want to be fair and balanced like Fox News, they need to bring up the counter arguments as well. And like I said, it's not that big of a deal. Like reputation obviously can affect market price, but at the end of the day, utility, the cost of actually doing the transaction, there's a lot of things that determine the price and how it's going to be perceived. So just really important that we all pay attention to this and just realize that Fast Money for now has somewhat of a bias towards Bitcoin Cash, and maybe they are collaborating with Roger Ver to pump the price. But they do bring up some good arguments. Like I said, I would just like to see them actually bring up some counter arguments against Bitcoin Cash. And let me know your thoughts on this. And are you for Bitcoin trash? No, just kidding. Bitcoin Cash, or are you for Bitcoin? And maybe bring up some of your own arguments why one is superior to the other. It'd be great to have a discussion about this. So let me know what you think of the tweets, and I will talk to you guys soon.